The other day my boyfriend was making fun of me for the way I was drinking out of this water bottle because it's a bit of an awkward shape. It's a bit of an awkward shape. But like, I have to do it from the side, like... Then if you go like that... I don't know. I also got a coffee as well that I spilled and nearly broke my laptop again. Bit of a stressful morning, but here we are. Oh my god. If you have a lot of water and then you drink coffee, the coffee tastes really weird because you're expecting it to be water. I feel sick now. We're John from Elliot today. Oh my god. Do you know, I'm actually going insane. I actually think he's real. I'm not kidding. He's actually my baby. Like, I'm not joking. He comes everywhere with me now. When I was picking up my boyfriend the other day, I literally took him, put him in the seat, the passenger seat next to me, and put the seatbelt on. I have issues. Ask you all on Instagram, we're gonna do a little get ready with me because I just fancy doing some makeup. I asked you some questions. To be fair, we got quite a bit of questions this time. I also asked for unpopular opinions as well because I thought, oh, let's spill some tea. Just kidding. Anyways, are you in uni, going to uni? If so, what would or did you study? I did not go to university. I did not go to university. I'm 21 in October, so in September this year it would be my 3rd year in uni, I think, if I went. But it was never something that I wanted to do. Even from like in high school, I know I was not going to uni. It was not something that I wanted to do. In college, I was like, absolutely not. I have never wanted to go to university. I just feel like it's good for some people, but for me, it would just not be good at all. I'd be going simply due to the fact that everyone else was going and just to do something that I didn't even want to learn about. Well, at one point, I was considering it. I was considering going to uni and doing makeup. But then I was like, that is a bit daft because to do, like, when I'd go and do that, it would literally be to do like theatrical like film makeup and stuff. And I never wanted to do that. I always just wanted to do like clients and stuff. This was the point where I was actually doing clients and everything. Oh yeah, I was like, it's not even worth me going. Is it an unpopular opinion? Maybe. I think uni is a waste of time unless you want to be like a doctor, a teacher, a nurse. Even a nurse now, I don't think you have to go to uni. Or a teacher. I feel like you can do like an apprenticeship like thing now. Maybe I've got that wrong. But do you know what I mean? I feel like for some jobs, yeah, fair enough, you have to go to uni to be like a doctor or whatever. And cool, that's fine. But like some jobs, you just, I don't know. I mean, I feel like obviously a lot of people go for like the uni lifestyle and the partying. No, I would hate that. I would literally be in my room, and if anyone was loud or anything, I would actually go insane. When I'm in my house now and my brother is even talking on his Xbox, because our room's like that, I hear every single thing. I have to tell him to shut up about 5 times a day. Yeah, I don't think uni lifestyle would be for me at all. I think like if I went to uni, I don't think I could live in, personally. Advice for trying to stay motivated and healthy. I am not your gal to ask. I honestly, well, do you know what? We'll just talk about eating food and stuff. So trigger warning, if you don't want to listen to any of this, I'll put like a timestamp on the screen. I've skipped 2. It's not going to be anything bad. I'm not going to talk about anything bad. I don't think a lot of people know this. I've really struggled with eating and food for a lot of years. It got really bad at the start of last year, and also 2021, like around the same time again, it got really bad, and those 2 times were like really bad mindsets for me. Now I'm in like the best place possible with my eating and my food and stuff. I'm also vegan. We'll get onto that later because someone asked about that. But honestly, now I just eat whatever I want. If I'm craving something, I'm gonna let myself have it, because at the end of the day, it is literally just food. Obviously, if you're talking about like eating takeaways and not like, do you know what I mean? I feel like cooking, like learning a new skill is like so good to have, especially cooking. I need to start cooking more because I literally have hummus and pita every day, which to be fair is literally the best food ever. I love hummus and pita. It is my favourite thing ever to eat. Honest to God, I was gonna say I could eat it every day. I do eat it every day. I just love it, but I am quite lazy. I don't cook anything simply just because I can't be bothered. I used to cook pasta quite a few times, like spaghetti pasta with like vegan cheese like mixed in, and the sauce was so cheesy. I need to make that again. That was so good. But I feel like tips to stay motivated and healthy, just don't put pressure on yourself. Don't go on a diet. Don't track your calories unless like you know that it's not going to be like a toxic mindset for you. I feel like just have things in moderation. Don't deprive yourself of anything. Don't be like, oh, I'm not eating chocolate anymore, or I'm not eating crisps anymore, or something like that, because if you go for a long period of time, you're gonna just crave it even more, and then you'll probably, do you know what I mean? It's just, it's very difficult and it's very hard. I feel like once you get into like a routine of stuff, it is a bit easier. But like cooking meals instead of like ordering a takeaway, I've deleted the Just Eat and Deliveroo app, because that, what, not Deliveroo, Uber Eats. Wait, all of them. Yeah, only because every time I'd order something, when it would come, it would just taste like shit. Like it would never taste good. So I just wasted my money every single time. Also, I love going out to eat as well. Like me and my boyfriend both love food like a lot. He's really helped me as well. It was quite bad when we first started going on dates and stuff, but then it's got better with him. So a little slow. I tried to start going to the gym and I went every day. It was so toxic for me. That's why I've stopped going, because I was going for like the wrong reasons. And it was actually worse for me to go to the gym than it was to just not. Anyway, I was literally going every day for like, when I say a month, and then I gave up. I think I'm actually still paying that membership. I need to cancel that, because I think I've been paying it since like July. I really need to cancel that. I always forget. Are you vegan and do you find it hard? Honestly, I don't find it hard, like at all. Don't get me wrong, there's some days where, like recently, I don't know why I've been craving a tuna sandwich. I've not had tuna in like 2 years. I don't know why I've been craving it so much, but I just have. But I don't really find it hard. Basically, it was 2021 May, so I've been vegan for nearly 2 years now. It'll be like 2 years in May. I just was like, right, I'm gonna try and be vegan, just for like, to see how long I could do it for. And here we are like 2 years later. I was already vegetarian, so I wasn't eating meat anyway. I didn't really like chocolate, to be honest. And then, what else is there? I don't like cheese, and I don't like eggs. Eggs are disgusting. To be fair, it's because I had a bad experience with an egg. I used to love eggs. I used to love eggs. And then one time I had a really bad egg. I always tell this story and people are like, oh my god, you had a bad egg. No, I did. It was a serious matter. So don't laugh at me. It's not funny. It's actually really serious. I had a bad egg and it really traumatized me. It was really slimy and just, no. Like, it was actually like snot and it just put me off for literally life. But yeah, I don't really find it hard. I feel like there's so many alternatives now to eat. I found what I like to eat as well. I love when it's January though, because all the veganuary stuff comes out, but then it's annoying that it doesn't last all year, because Lidl, Lidl and Aldi are doing some really good things at the minute, and I'm just annoyed, and I'm like, I can't even stock up on the things. I can stock up on the freezer stuff, but like they do the croissants and like pan chocolates and stuff, and Lidl do a vegan Nutella. Oh, it's just so good. How old are you when you got your first makeup products? I actually have a little bit of a funny story. To be fair, it's not that funny of a story, and I don't think anyone will remember this, because it was in primary school. I remember my mum had this concealer, and I'm pretty sure it was a Clinique one, and it was like a pen concealer, and you had to like press the bottom of it and like it would come up on the pen. Do you know what I mean? Like one of those concealers. And I remember in primary school and stuff, some days my eczema would really badly flare up on my face, and I'd wake up in the morning and my face would literally just be like bright red. It was not the vibes. It also happened a lot at the start of high school, like year 7, maybe year 8, and then it calmed down, luckily. But I think one day it must have flared up really bad, so I went in the bathroom and got my mum's concealer. Bear in mind, I was as pale as this shirt in primary school. What year was it? I feel like it was year 6. And I used that concealer as foundation all over my face to try and cover up my redness. Yeah, I don't think anyone actually said anything to me. I think they just looked at me a bit weird, because obviously the concealer oxidized as well, so I think I must have just had like orange patches like all over my face. I probably made myself look even worse, but I mean, yeah. But as for first makeup product myself, I think it was an eyebrow kit. Or it might have been, oh, do you know what? I think it was actually probably the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer. Do you remember the one that oxidized as well, because I was so pale for it? I think it was probably that, or an eyebrow product. Sorry. Or It might have been an eyebrow product, and I think it was the Sleek. Do you remember Sleek makeup? Jesus, that takes me back. The Sleek eyebrow kit, and my eyebrows would literally go orange whenever I used it. It was absolutely appalling. If I can try and find a picture of my eyebrows from like year 8, I will insert it, because it is the worst thing ever to exist on this planet, and I'm not even exaggerating, babe. I'm really not. Oh, what GCSEs did you pick? I was speaking about, I did like a TikTok yesterday saying like advice that I'd give now that I've like left high school for a few years. Do you know I left high school 4 years ago? I know some people that's like absolutely nothing, but for me that is like, what the frick is going on? Like I was driving home the other day, I was literally driving home yesterday, and I like drove past a high school, and like the school had finished for the day. Well, the school had finished for the day, and I was like, oh my god, those people, like the maximum age they are was like 15 to 16. And I was like, I'm 20. And then I was like, oh my god, I left school 4 years ago. And then I was like, what the frick is happening? But also, god, I hated high school. That's a story for another day. I did Spanish, art, history and geography. Do I regret doing both history and geography? I don't know, because to be fair, I failed history. Passed everything else, passed all my GCSEs except history. It's because I could never get the hang of how to write out the questions. I was so good at like remembering things, but I could never write out the questions properly, so I'd be just throwing in all this information, but because I couldn't answer the question like in the format that they wanted, I just could never do it. And that was the same for like year 10 and 11, and then when it came to my GCSEs I was just fricked, you know what I mean? Loved art. Art was the highest grade that I got. Slay. No wonder I'm literally doing makeup now. For all the GCSEs that I did, and then we had to do, obviously we had to do English, maths, science and RE. Those were like the ones that you had to do. Loved art though. Really enjoyed it, except I hated my class that I was in though. Oh my god. So like I dread it because I hated the class, but I loved art, so it was just annoying. But I got a grade 8, which is like A star I think. But I forgot to go into school and pick up any of my work, so now it's probably in the bin and I will never have anything to show for it except the pictures of my phone. Advice on fake friends that make you feel like shit. I've dealt with this quite a bit. I'm saying that I was perfect in high school, because I absolutely was not. Probably was a little cow sometimes as well. But now that I've grown up and everything, I look back and I'm like, yeah, you could have dealt with things a lot better than you did. Friends that I have now, like none of them are from my high school. Well, I suppose some of them are, but I went to primary school with them, so like that doesn't even count. So like I've known them literally all my life. But yeah, anyone from high school I'm just not friends with. I don't speak to anyone from high school. Now I've met since I've left school and stuff, and they've just been a better friend to me than anyone ever was. Your friends are constantly making you feel like shit. If they're constantly dragging you down or whatever, it's because they're insecure or jealous of you, like within their own mind. So they're taking it out on you, like being like, oh, I used to have a friend like this. Oh my god, was she a nightmare. Actually, I'd be like, oh, I want to get my lips done. She's like, you don't need your lips done. But it wasn't in a like, oh, you don't need your lips done. It was in a way like, I don't know how to describe it, or like oh, I want to get my hair, because I've always been blonde. I was like, oh, I want to get my hair lighter and I want to get extensions. She's like, you don't need to do that. Literally like a week later, she had got extensions and dyed her hair blonde. Do you know what I mean? It's things like that. It's just like, I feel like they're trying to sabotage you sometimes with that, but like friends like that are just not your friends at all. Like I feel like my mum is very good on sussing people out, and she knows if someone is an actual friend or not. And I trust my mum's opinion 1,000,000%. She has a very good like, what's the word? Perception? No. She just knows. I'm trying to think of what the word is. If they're not your friends, if they're constantly making you feel like that, they're really not your friends. And when you grow up, when I look back now, I'm like, those people were not my friends at all. Some people don't realise that they're doing it. I was guilty of this because I was very insecure at one point. So I'd end up taking like my insecurities out on other people, which was absolutely a horrible thing to do because I was so insecure in myself. But sometimes you don't even realise you're doing it. So if you like call your friend out on it, being like, why do you keep saying that? They might be like, oh my god, I don't even realise that I'm doing it. Some people are just doing it because they're just nasty. So, I don't know, maybe I'd say something to them and then they still carry on with it, then drop them, because you just think as well, like, you have such a small life. You don't need to stick to being people's friends in school, like, just for the sake of it and just for an easier life. Like, I suppose it was easier, but I was miserable in high school, and if I had different friends it would probably be a completely different story. People ask me what I did prior to, like, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Nothing. I'm joking, I didn't do nothing, but I didn't really do much. I was a makeup artist for 2 years, so I did it on clients and everything. Then lockdown hit in 2020 and then I just stopped doing it, completely fell out of love with makeup and just completely stopped. I was posting on Instagram and stuff. My Instagram kind of took off during lockdown and everything, but it was nothing like it is now. Like, I just post on Instagram and stuff. Like, I didn't really have like a following. Like, don't get me wrong, I had followers, but I didn't have a following. Does that make sense? Like, I have a following now and like people will like comment on my videos and, you know what, and actually like support me and everything. Does that make sense? Yeah, I was a makeup artist for like 2 years. I also did like a hairdressing apprenticeship. Then the salon closed down anyway, so I stopped doing that. But that's basically it. I've never actually had any other job. I feel like as well, because I'm so young, I'd never really had a chance to. I mean, don't get me wrong, makeup artist, I did that from 15 to 17. I actually earned quite a bit of money. Obviously not like a lot, but like for a 15 to 17-year-old, I did. Tips for self-confidence. Now, I don't want to say this because it might be a bit, I'm honest, something that made me feel so much more confident was getting my lips done. And obviously that is like a superficial thing rather than like a mental thing, but I was always, and I mean always, insecure of my lips from literally 14, 13, definitely 14. I always knew that it was something that I wanted to fix and wanted to change, because I just had no lips. When I'd smile, like, I hated my smile, so I'd never smile. And because I have quite a long face, my lips kind of like balance my chin out now. Do you know what I mean? I just feel a lot more confident in myself now that I've had my lips done. Don't get me wrong, don't think that you need to have something done, but that has helped me like so much. Do you know what I mean? I don't really know. It's hard to describe because I feel like it's a bit of like a sticky topic, like a controversial topic, and a lot of people like have their opinions on it, but that is something that I wanted to do and I really don't regret it. I don't think I'll ever regret getting my lips done unless I went like OTT on this. That was just something that I wanted to do for myself. It was for no one else. It was because I was insecure about it. Also, I stopped comparing myself to other people. I feel like when you're in this industry, you know that like social media is literally the fakest thing ever. But for me, I try and not do anything that's fake. Like, if you know me, if you watch my TikToks, you know I'll literally just jump on the camera and talk an absolute load of shit. Same with like right now my YouTube, and then I don't really post. I literally post like a selfie on Instagram every now and then. Do you know what I mean? And like my reels and stuff. So I feel like for me, like, I don't really post stuff that would be deemed as like fake or whatever, and I don't think like I would ever be like that. But I mean like editing and like just stuff like that, and I'm like, right, I need to stop. Obviously as well, like me, like I've had my lips done. I didn't look like this like 4 years ago. Even 2 years ago, I didn't look like this. Even like me, you like, just don't. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it is very difficult, but that is something that I stopped doing. At the end of the day, you can't change who you are, and you need to love yourself for who you are. And personality goes a long way anyway. I'm not being funny. As long as you're a good person, that's all that matters, and that's the most beautiful thing. Something that you can't live without. I feel like that's a hard one, because do you know what? Actually, that's not a hard one. My mum. And I'm not even kidding. Me and my mum are best friends. We never used to be as close when I was like younger. It's more from when I was, I'd say 16. I'd literally tell my mum everything. Don't get me wrong, not everything like in specific details, but I do tell my mum majority of things. Like, she is my literal best friend. Absolutely adore that, and like I'm just so grateful that we have such like the best relationship ever. So yeah, definitely my mum. Like, oh my god, why am I getting emotional? Sorry, I was just thinking about life without my mum, and then I realised I couldn't do that. Anyway, let's not get deep. It's a bit dramatic for 10 AM on a Tuesday morning vibes, isn't it? Someone said favourite blush at the minute, and I really love the Doll Beauty Cream Melt in Beach Please. I always use this like so much. It's just like the perfect bright pink colour. It also adds like a little bit of glow as well to the skin. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like a matte, what's the word? Blush. I also asked for a few unpopular opinions because I thought I'm gonna give my opinion on these because everyone asked for it. Do you know what I mean? Going out is overrated. Agreed. If you know me, well, to be fair, I used to be a proper like club rat, and I would go every Friday and Saturday. I would have gone out every single day if I could, but no one would. I would literally beg people to come out with me. I'd be like, I'll buy all your drinks all night if you come out with me. I was like, I don't even know why I liked it so much. Because it's shit. It's so awful. I hate it. I love like going to bars with like music and stuff. Where I can actually hear people speak to me, but like the club vibes I'm just not with. Like, no. I'd rather go for a meal and drinks and like to a bar and everything like that and actually have fun rather than clubs. I also don't like club music. It stresses me out and annoys me because it's just annoying. And that's the tea. A lot of people said like going out rather have a cozy night in. Same. Someone said ketchup is disgusting. I put ketchup on everything. I have avocado on toast, ketchup on top. I have beans, ketchup on top. Just me. I freaking love ketchup. Oh, I love ketchup so much. Nando's is overrated. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, no, agreed. But to be fair, it is actually really good Nando's if you get a good one. Like when you order it and go to collect it, it's absolutely awful. Me and my boyfriend have done that twice, and every single time we regret it, and we end up with a really like bad stomach after it, and all the food goes soggy and everything, and it's just crap. It's just rubbish. Yeah, I do like a Nando's sometimes, not gonna lie. I feel like it depends what you get. When I used to go Nando's, I used to only get like a plain chicken, plain butterfly chicken. This is when I ate me. Plain butterfly chicken, mash, and plain chips or a garlic bread. And then obviously I'd be like, yeah, it is overrated because what the frick is this? I can make it at home. Do you know what I mean? But now when I go, I get like peri salted chips, I get the broccoli, I get the hummus and the pita, and I get the imitator wrap. But I always think it's real meat, and then I get really freaked out. So yeah, but I think it is overrated for what it actually is. Love Island is overrated. I feel like everyone's jumped off the Love Island hype, if I'm honest. I feel like it's kind of died down, if I'm honest. The new cast were like announced, like the new Islanders for this year. I feel like it's going to be awful this year. If I'm quite honest, I feel like it's going to be really bad. I think they should just stick to one time a year, because why, like, to be fair, I do love it because it's something to watch every night. But I don't know. But I do like actually the fact that they aren't letting them post on like Instagram and stuff, because I feel like it'll be like back to like the old Love Island. I really want them to bring that smoking area, because that was where all the tea was spilt by. Oh my god, have you seen as well that Harris was with like a girl before he went in? They better put her in Casa Amor or as a bombshell. She's definitely been contacted. If she's not, that's like literally the biggest mistake ever, and you need to do that right now. Yeah, that would be funny. That would be hilarious. So I really don't know, but yeah, I like the fact that they're not allowed to post on their like social medias and stuff, because yeah, I feel like no one's gonna come out with like a lot this year though. I want people to show their actual personalities, and not because they want a freaking like PLT brand deal. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously fair enough, you're going to Love Island for that, but I wish it was back to how it was. I also wish they'd do it like 28 plus or like 27 plus or even 30 plus. Do you know what I mean? And just get like older people in there that just don't give a shit and would literally just do all sorts. Orange juice is better than apple juice. Leave. Unfollow me. We are not friends. I actually don't think I could disagree anymore. I do like orange juice. It is good, especially like when you're in a hotel and like you come down for the breakfast. But I will always opt for apple juice. It just tastes better. It's a lot more fresher than orange juice. Do you know what I mean? Definitely apple juice over orange juice. But I do like orange juice. That's not saying I don't, but I don't know. So I said pineapple on pizza, 100% agree. I hope you're saying that it belongs on pizza, because it does. If you say otherwise, seek help. I always get why people wouldn't like pineapple on pizza. Like, I do get it, but until you've actually tried it, because I feel like everyone that says it's shit or like doesn't belong on pizza hasn't actually tried it, and it just tastes so good. Also, people have like gammon with pineapple on it, so I mean, like, what's the difference there, babe? Diet Coke is better than Coke. I feel like they both taste the same. I don't like Coke though, because I am traumatized from when I used to have it with vodka and in like clubs and stuff. It is absolutely vile. I remember at one point I was like really addicted to Diet Coke. Like, I'm not even joking, I would literally go through like bottles and bottles of it. It was a time of my life. Something more like, to be fair, I don't really like fizzy drinks. I don't like how they make me like, what's the word? I just don't like how they feel. Oh my gosh, what the frick is happening with my lips? What are we talking about then? Oh yeah, Diet Coke and stuff. I'm definitely more like a peach iced tea gal, rather than like a Coke or something. I'd rather have water than Coke, if I'm honest. Like if it was between Coke and water on a menu, I'd opt for water. Oh, I've got mascara on my eye. Whatever. Oh, someone said baked beans are minging. Excuse me. Baked beans are the best thing ever. I actually love it. I love beans on toast so much. Oh, I just love it. Okie dokie. Oh my god, a little slow. Also, do you think my hair is growing? I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell. It's stressing me out, but anyway, we're just gonna manifest that it does grow. Slow. Okay, I love you all so much. Oh my god, can you believe I literally posted twice in January already? I'm a little YouTuber. What the frick was that? Why did it just come out of my mouth? Anyway, I love you all lots, and I will see you hopefully next week. Love you.